Hi guys, I'm here to give you some tips and advice for your history exam, and I've broken it down to 3 key points. So we're going to look at the revision process, we're going to look at targeting key areas and effective execution. Point number 1, the revision process. So you want to break your revision down into 3 parts. First part is going to be resource development. So it may be making some handy flashcards like these, mind maps, some lists, making notes from the notes you've already got, but making sure you've got plenty of resources where you've got all your information. Step 2 is going to make sure that you're secure in the knowledge. So for example, if you've got lots of cards like this, testing yourself, getting your parents to test you, getting your friends to test you. If you go out on an evening, take your cards with you, get your friends to test you there. Just keep testing yourself and make sure your knowledge is really secure. And then the third thing in that stage is then actually applying that knowledge. So getting some past papers. We're going to put a link to where you can go to get some past papers, some practice papers. Make sure you have a go at doing them, some quick quizzes, and just make sure that that knowledge that you've been practicing is really ingrained. Once you've done that, go back and repeat the process. So make sure you're secure with the knowledge, keep testing yourself, go through your flashcards, your revision cards, and then test them again. And keep just doing that over and over and over. Don't get stuck just making mind maps the whole time or just making cards. Make the cards and then revise them. Try and learn the information. Step 2. Targeting the key areas. So there are 4 units on your GCSE. Medicine, Normans, First World War and Germany. On the medicine unit, you want to target factors. Make sure you revise factors a lot. That is going to be worth 20 marks on the paper. So that's about 1/4 of all the marks on that paper. Normans, you want to target Hastings. That's worth 16 marks. We already know it's going to be a question on why William won the Battle of Hastings. So keep revising that. For the First World War, it's a bit more open, but make sure that you revise key areas, big questions. What caused the First World War? Why was there stalemate? And why did the war end? And lastly, with Germany, you want to focus on your skills. There are 6 questions on that paper rather than 4 on all the others. So make sure you understand how to answer the interpretations questions. In particular, the first 3 questions focus on interpretations. So target the key areas for each exam. Make sure you've got a solid understanding of them and then build on that knowledge. Lastly, effective execution. So your first exam will be Monday morning after half term. What that means is you will have spent most of half term sleeping in until midday or later. Then you're back at school, you've got to be up at 7:30 for a 9 o'clock exam. If you're not prepared, you will be tired, you will not be thinking clearly. So first thing, make sure for the Saturday and Sunday before you come back, at least get up early. Perhaps get up early and start revising some history at 9 o'clock. Replicate the situation you will face on Monday morning so you are prepared. Secondly, when it comes to the exam, remember, underline the keywords and then use those keywords in your answer. If the question is asking how useful a source is for finding something out, you've got to explain how useful it is. If the question is asking about a specific interpretation, you've got to use the keyword interpretation. And lastly, actually no, there's 2 on this, big questions first. Okay, so answer the 20-mark question, the factors question first on medicine. Answer the Battle of Hastings question first on Normans. So make sure you answer the last question first. And lastly, most important bit of all advice I can give you, answer all of the questions. The only question you're guaranteed to get 0 for is one you don't bother answering. So answer all of the questions. And if you do that, you'll all be winners. Good luck.